Guys, we're in hell. We open on the River of Lava, where we last left Bastion in our Fibbers McGee one-shot. And indeed in one of the episodes where he was encaged. That's right. Not just caged, he was encaged. God, I feel like I'm writing for the socials in Mindflayer.
Roasted.
In this cage, Bastion, could you please describe yourself as a reminder for those who we are fast and loose?
Yeah, so you see, once again, oh yeah, I have that thing, eh? You see Bastion, which is a metal man, a man made of metal, not really a man, but a metal person, various sort of metallic shades, some rusted more than others.
Metal person with metallic shades?
He's made of metal, if you haven't realized.
He listens to Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
And he has his sort of light blue cape that kind of drapes over his shoulder, and he's still just seated in the cage. His eyes are the light blue. Before they were flickering. One was flickering now. They both kind of evened out, as he seems to be doing a little bit better than he was prior to being encased or encaged.
Encaged, thank you.
And he has his... I would say he doesn't have any weapons or equipment on him.
No, they're currently on that iron dish that you're currently suspended above the lava pit on. The chains kind of extending out to the various the sides of the pit. Far off in the distance, Fibbers McGee's hand is still hanging from one of them. You are on kind of the upmost dish with another two dishes either side of you, and below you on these floating rock chunks of rock are a number of what do you call them? Spined devils and chain devils. Bearded devils and chained devils. Chain devils. Wow, I cannot talk. Guys, I've been rehearsing full time. I'm hanging in there barely. And as you sit there in the cage, the enormous pit fiend you've become used to, the smell of sulfur in the air, the flying kind of meteors swinging across the sky there, flying across the sky there, brown smoke in the light, the sound of kind of eternal battle happening in the background. And as you sit above this enormous lava pit, the heat would be getting to you were you not a metal man with metallic colors on him. The enormous pit fiend is there with the book. And he looks up and he says,
With the book?
Yes. He looks up and he says, To he. To her? To her.
No, that's... I know we're not supposed to say no, but...
What?
The T-H-E, correct? I can't... Sorry, it's a little far.
Yeah.
So the T-H makes a sound, but with the E, it makes a the.
The?
There you go.
Then what's T-H-U?
Is that it? I don't even think that's real.
Thu? It's real if I says it's real.
Okay. Then it would be... Thu.
Thu.
What's that mean?
I'm getting tired of this. And he kind of raises his hand, and that same fireball that he keeps throwing at you when he gets pissed off starts to grow.
Right, it's time for a break then.
As you say it's time for a break, you watch as he tilts his head, and he kind of extinguishes the fireball, and he says, that hairy bloke in the high heels is calling me. I'm going to go collect.
Are you going to bring him back?
I'm going to bring something back. Don't worry about that. You'll have some toys soon enough.
They better not belong here, or they better belong here.
And if they don't?
You know my deal. I have to set them free.
Well, good luck while you're not even free yourself.
All right, well, we'll see you when you get back.
Why do I feel like this has become some sort of marital situation?
I'm seated in a cage. I've got nowhere to go.
If that's not marriage, what is? With that, he disappears.
Oh boy.
We make ourselves laugh. You would hear like an echo of it just over the lip of the huge kind of cavern walls of this Grand Canyon of lava. You would just hear like a little hymn-like song coming from out towards like the right-hand side of the huge bronze citadel. +4 to this roll.
Ooh, let's go.
That's a natural 1. Yez kind of looks at you and says,
Idiot.
"Oh, what did you call me?"
No, that was Michael. You're doing great.
That was Michael and Jake.
You're doing great. You're doing great, yes.
Yez is going to step forward. You watch as he kind of fumbles with the lock with his fingers, and in the end, he grabs the chain and kind of hooks one of the huge hooks around it and just pulls tight, and it breaks open. And as it swings open, his face drops for a second, and he goes, "Why did I do that? Why did I do that?"
Because, yes, you don't need to take orders from this archdevil.
I just took orders from you.
No, you helped me.
As that happens, you hear dripping below, like hot lava dripping from something. And you see the chain devil says, "Toprig, the master has left. It is up to us to make sure his quarry does not leave." And you would hear just a low from underneath. And it feels like this plate is heating up. It's at that point that you, in the corner of your eye, see something disappear. You hear wings flapping behind you, very frantic. There is a and this cone of energy bursts out from something just over your shoulder, facing the other creatures. They need to make Constitution saving throws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a pass, and that's a pass. As this trumpeting noise blares out, you watch as this cone of radiant energy kind of bursts over. Not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage to all of them. As they take this cone of radiant energy, flying over the top of you, you recognize a little elephant with wings. The same elephant that helped your friends leave the
What was his name?
Holophant. Lulu.
Lulu.
You watch as Lulu flies over the top, kind of flies around the outside, kind of does a lap around them, and looks at you and says, "Bastion, now is not your time to fall. You are needed. You are needed deeper."
Deeper?
Yeah. Lulu goes, and you watch as in Lulu's trunk, this ball swells. As this ball swells, like squeezing something out of a toothpaste, this wet chunk of fur and feathers lands on the ground beside you and starts to swell and grow. Lulu looks at you and says, "We must get you out of here. This is a friend for you from a friend of mine."
Whoa. That's a lot of friends. That's great. Friends are great.
You have an option. Ignore the Oliphant and get in the cage, or perish.
No, that's not a good That's not an option.
It is technically an option.
But it's a bad option.
It doesn't matter, still an option. I didn't say it was a good option.
Shit options. How far am I away from the Chain Devil?
The Chain Devil's like 10 feet from you.
Oh, okay. All right. You asked for it, yes. And then we'll bam over the head with some divine smites. if I hit him.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. You step in.
Yeah, and because I have my spell going, I get extra D4s of radiant when I hit.
Yep, and you also get an extra D8 for your smites.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me those attack rolls.
Oh
my goodness!
baby!
Natural 20! You're so excited. Give me.
That's a lot of dice. Okay, hold on.
Let's see what happens there. Let's
'Cause
see what happens there.
that's a level 3 smite.
Okay, so that's. Oh, what is that? It's
So,
2,
okay, so
3.
it's 2.
So 4, 5, 6.
6. Plus, I have improved Divine Smite, so anything I hit has an automatic 1d8 of Radiant.
So it's 2d8
Yeah.
because that's doubled. Okay.
So that's 2d8 plus well, my attack is
Yeah.
1d6.
Yeah.
So that's 2d6.
So 2d6 plus level 1 Divine Smite is 3. Level 2 is another one. Level 4 is another one.
I'm doing level 3.
Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3. That's got to be doubled. So that's... I don't have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, let me grab some of Danny's dice.
And then
We are rolling all these
a
at once.
d4 as well, which is
Fine.
doubled because
Yeah, 2 d4s, yeah. Holy...
needed that. needed that.
My
nat
goodness.
20.
So, what we're looking at here, we're looking at 10d8, 2d4, 2d6. Is that everything?
Fuck it, I guess.
Did you say you did extra?
Well, it's just the d4s are the extra radiant, and
Yeah.
then just every time I hit, I get 1d8 radiant, like without a smite.
So that's we need another d8, another 2d8 radiant, because that's just the smite. That's a smite critted. That's the regular damaged critted. That's your radiant critted. So you need another 2d8, my friend.
Won't argue.
Okay. So we're looking at 12d8, 2d4,
Damn.
2d6.
I just roll it all at once.
Just slap them all down there, and we'll give you time to count. Oh, boy. We should be filming this. Hang on. Let me get the camera out for this. Here we go.
You gotta say the numbers because I don't remember what I'm rolling.
Okay, with a nat 20, Michael is rolling
Too many dice.
12d8, 2d4, 2d6.
All that. Oh shit! That's not the count. Well, I like that one. But
That's a
no.
good
Here
one.
we go.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's see. Okay, let's do piece by piece.
This is your first attack.
279. Oh my god, that was a bad roll. That was not the best roll. There was a lot of low ones. 79. 86.
A chain devil has a total hit points of 85.
Oh my god!
Tell me how you handle this creature with the first hit.
All right. Well, the first like straight over the dome on the top of the head. I'm just gonna essentially cave his head down between his shoulders.
Yeah, excellent.
Whoa!
You cave his head in. Divine energy rains out. You hear like the collective breath of the devils kind of just disappear. That is your first hit. What do you want to do with your second hit?
Damn you, hell!
Very apt.
And yeah, I'm going to, however much movement that took me, I'm going to take as much movement as I can to get back to Lulu and the feather.
The feather thing is right at your feet, and there's still these 5 bearded devils around you. Lulu is kind of hovering around your head. As you kind of decide where to move, this mass at your feet swells larger and larger and larger to the point where you kind of have to step almost to the edge of the dish or near one of those chains. As it swells larger and larger and larger, you hear a and this enormous owlbear grows from this mass of feather and fur.
Thank you, Danielle, for the suggestion.
As it kind of pops up, it kind of looks at you, sniffs, kind of nudges you with its beak, and kind of turns and kind of grunts in a very primal fashion.
Yes, go attack. Oh,
From underneath, something swimming in the lava.
oh, that thing. Right.
You going chain, you going rocks.
So how far are the rocks?
30 feet below you.
So it's just about like a jump.
With your owlbear friend.
I'm gonna mount the owlbear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Do you trust me? and we're gonna go to the edge where the rocks are.
Yeah, and just leap off the
And
these floating lava rocks.
yeah, I'm gonna. Fuck it, I'm gonna do that.
Beautiful. You leap off on top of your steed, yet to be named. As you leap off, the owlbear kind of jumps out towards the one of the rock flows 30 feet below. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for your owlbear. It's just going to be a d20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5. What's this mean about? It says Beastmaster bonus. Is that if you're a Beastmaster? The companion gains an additional bonus to attack and damage rolls equal to the ranger's proficiency bonus.
Yes. You would have that because he is technically... you are not a ranger, but Lulu has given you this this beast as your beast companion.
Okay.
So you have to manually add that, if you remember.
So this is dexterity saving throw?
This
or
is
just
a strength check.
strength check. Owlbear. You hate to see it.
Okay, that is a natural 1.
You hate to see it. You kind of love to see it.
Your
But that's
owlbear
not good with
companion
lava.
slips on the side of the dish, and you fall. As you fall, your 1, 2. Can you roll a? I'm going to call this a because you can't really avoid lava. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for your steed there?
There's no, it's just like the +3, right? You pick something, a companion immune to fire. Oh, okay. It's dead. It's gotta be dead. It's lava.
I have to roll these on D&D Beyond. Fuck, I clicked too many. Excellent. What was his saving throw? Con saving throw there?
17.
Okay. Here's what happens.
For a one-on-one D&D, there's a lot of dice that we're rolling.
Yeah, only because we have to get you out of here. I didn't think this would take
Oh,
this
this is
long, but
great.
it is, yeah. Okay.
Continue where we left off at whenever.
90 points of damage.
He's done.
As he hits the lava, he screeches. As he screeches and starts to twist and turn, this poor owlbear has granted you like a round to try and jump either from the owlbear's kind of sinking lava corpse to the nearest rock flow, or as you glance around, you see rising from underneath the dish, the thing that was heating up the dish, an enormous lava serpent rising up out of the lava, pointing its head up at the dish with flames curling from its mouth like it was baking the dish from underneath. As you land in the lava, you just watch as its eye from the side just darts down to look at you and starts to slowly shift itself around. That is the end of your turn, correct?
Yeah, I'd say. Oh man, there goes now.
As you jump onto the shallow ledge, you watch as Lulu goes, and as Lulu does that, you watch as in the distance that lava serpent appears and kind of dives under the lava, kind of pops back up and starts to do lazy circles out from the ring, trying to figure out where you went. You've got a little bit of time, but Lulu kind of... I got the others out in the ship, but I didn't know where you were. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. This is, it's part of the job description, I guess.
Right. We gotta get you out of here. There's some hinky business happening lower in hell. I'm worried that there's stuff on the material plane affecting here. There's plans going on here. My patron of mine was wondering if you might be able to help out. I know you're here kind of fighting devils and demons, but if you wouldn't mind helping out with something a little more surgical. Extricating someone from a lower level that shouldn't be there.
Well, if they shouldn't be there, do extra. What do you mean? If they don't belong in the lower levels, does that mean they belong in an upper level, or do they don't belong at all?
I don't know. I haven't been given the details.
Well-
I was just given an instruction to make sure you're well and bring you to the tower and give you a gift.
You got any more gifts, sir? Was that it?
You might have to speak to.
That's okay. That's cool. That was my fault.
Okay.
That was my fault. That was very bold. But
Yeah.
well, Lulu and Bastion will take his shield off his back and pull his mace out.
Mm-hmm.
That is still radiating with energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time we go save some souls.
You sound like you're trying to wrap up the episode.
I'm happy to keep going.
No, I
But-
think we should wrap up. What did you call it? SAX?
SAX. Yeah.
I think that's a good place to leave it.
Save all.
Oh, boy. Quick, xylophones? No, that ain't going to work.
Xenophobes?
No! That's a great place to
Definitely not.
leave it. We will come back.
Save all.
You pull yourself up over the edge.
Tired. Oh, it's also a disadvantage.
Give me another roll.
5.
As you climb up over the top, I'll start in the macro. Start in a wide shot and move our way in. In the distance, the eternal kind of cliffs and mountains of Avernus are kind of ringed by this red stain of sky. You can see that enormous, almost Everest-tall mountain of skulls near the base of it, prehistoric skulls near the top of it, more humanoid skulls. You see the river Styx in the background there winding. You see it wind in towards the mountains and back out across the plains there. You would see, closer to your end of where you've come up from that big lava pit, an enormous volcano with magma dripping from it constantly, magma turning to lava. You would catch what looks to be an enormous devil. Classic devil with like a proper skull-like head, huge horns, a little bit overweight, just kind of flying in through the top there. And landing, you would recognize that as Bell, the former leader of Avernus before Zariel came down and was placed in charge. Looking around, you would see Zariel's fortress over the other side there. You would see a number of watchtowers over the river Styx. You would see a number of large green creatures with whips, kind of whipping creatures that climb out of the river Styx and saying in Infernal, "You are going further down." And you would notice that in the immediate area around you, there is an odd stretch of 120 maybe square feet of flowers and beautiful blue budded trees and odd butterflies that are flying through the sky there. You would also notice what looks to be a two-wheeled infernal war machine, almost like the Tumbler, the Batman motorbike, the Tumbler, the version of that, parked next to like this beautiful kind of moss-covered rock, and standing above the rock, peering into like the hot wind, is this slender elven figure. You would see that he appears to have like a feathered cape, a feathery leafed cape, green leaf cape. His skin seems to be like a pale blue, almost green. He's got a sword on his side there. You can see he's got this mix of old leather armor and metallic armor, these brown boots, and this shock of like orangey brown hair that comes out, and he has this furrowed brow but this wide grin on his face. As you pop your head up over the top, this figure kind of whips his head to you.
Shit. Duck down.
As you duck down, there is and you look up, and he's standing on the edge, looking down at you. As he's standing on the edge, looking down at you, he places out a hand. You can see he's got black fingernails. You would recognize an elven figure. And as he leans down, he says, "All right there, mate, you need a hand?"
I was going to ask you the same question. Can I insight check?
I was about to do the same. You fucking cheeky fuck. Yeah, go ahead and give me insight check there.
Also disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
9. As you look up at him, he has a wicked grin on his face, but he genuinely seems like he's looking to give you a hand. Like he spotted you pull your head up over, and he's face stepped here and held out his hand.
Well,
to lift you up
I
there.
think Bastion's seeing that it's not a demon or a devil or an abomination. He's probably gonna, and feeling pretty exhausted, he's gonna see the light and take his hand.
Yeah. As you take his hand, he kind of pulls it back and goes, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and you slip and start to fall. As you slip and start to fall, he grabs onto you with his other hand and kind of hoists you up onto the flowery ground. As you land on the flowery ground, you just feel rock and silt underneath you. And as your face kind of hits the flowery ground, you look up and it's gone. And you watch as he kind of dismisses a spell that he had going.
Very funny. I'm gonna push myself up.
Gotcha, didn't I?
Yeah, it was a pretty good one.
What'd you think?
Well, I'm kind of disappointed.
Why is that?
Well, it was nice, the flowers and the butterflies. It's a nice change of pace down here, and it was all just an illusion, right?
Just for now, but I'm hoping to maybe expand and make it a more permanent sort of thing.
Are you new here?
Not so much, no, but I try to stay away from anyone that's not on one of these things.
It kind of pats the infernal war machine there.
Have you ever ridden in one of these things, mate?
I've had them ridden towards me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I have spotted you before. Have I run you down before?
Well, I have not been run down yet by them.
Right.
We're narrowly escaping them.
Oh,
but
wonderful.
I'm sorry. I'm Bastion.
I'm Smiler. Nice to meet you.
Smiler.
Well, that's all I remember, really. My name's Smiler.
Oh. Yeah. I was with a friend. Have you seen anyone else pass by?
I can't say I have. No. But if you need a hand, if you're looking for a friend, I'm happy to be one.
Well, what do you need help with?
Well, the folk that abandoned me, I wouldn't mind seeing their guts spilled out all over the floor. They seem to have sided with other people. I've really only got, myself and my steed here.
Kind of gestures over to the war machine.
Right. I can keep you alive while you fight your friends.
Would you do that?
I've got no quarrel with them.
Ah.
Unless they are in possession of souls that need saving.
Looks at you for a moment and goes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
I'm
like 99% sure they are.
go ahead and give me an insight check.
Fucking fail this and then believe him.
That is a nat 1 for him.
Okay. That's fucking terrible. Insight. 6.
With a 6, you're pretty sure he's telling the truth, but you do catch a little mad glint in his eye that leads you to doubt it a little bit. Even with a nat 1, he's still got higher than you on his deception, but with a nat 1, you're still able to see that there's something he's not telling you.
And where are these friends? You know them, or are these not friends?
I believe they're probably on their way. They're probably near the Wandering Emporium. It's probably just on the way.
Well, are they demons or devils?
Well, they're not nice, let's put it that way.
Are you a soul in need?
He kind of clutches his hands in front of him and he says,
I am indeed a soul in need.
All right, I'll come with you, and I will help you to the best of my abilities to keep you in fighting spirit, and
Right.
I'll defend myself if I need to.
All right. Nice.
And then you take me to the
Or would
Emporium.
you take me to a funky town?
No, not Funky Emporium.
Emporium. The
No
one in
detours,
Emporium. Won't
no
you take me
gas
to-
stops. I've seen this song and dance. You know,
Well, hey,
someone offers
hey.
you a ride, they take you to a shop, and then they leave you there while they go get gas, and then
Mate,
some guy's trying to sell you
mate,
something.
If we run out of soul stones, we're going to need to stop for gas. You feel me?
As you hear, you watch him slot one of the 2 soul coins into a slot there. As it ting 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 hits the bottom, you hear the whole motorcycle scream, "Wow!" Like Pete Townsend from Roger Daltrey from The Who, and the machine roars to life. As it roars to life, he kind of straps some goggles on the front of his head and he says, "Hold on tight." Whips it around, does a donut, and as he turns, you catch a glimpse of something small and light flying in the opposite direction to which he turns, and he rides away. After another 5 or so minutes, just as you're getting used to it, you would feel something fly past you, flame, and he looks back and he says,
Looks like we've been spotted. Hold on tight.
Right.
and as he turns, he says, "Smiler, by the way."
Take a look in the back there.
And you can see that there is a long compartment there that you can kind of an ammo box that you can kind of flip open. As you flip it open, you would see what are essentially an assortment of fireworks on a stick, and you gather that that's the most he has for defense.
Fireworks? Really?
Fire always works.
All right, let me try something. Bastion's gonna take his shield
Yeah.
off of his back.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna throw some shields.
Yeah, excellent.
I'm gonna aim for any weak points, like wheel joints or
Make
the
a real
crab
quick
legs.
intelligence check for me.
Straight intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, you really need a break, don't you?
Yep, just a 5.
5, excellent. You gather that throwing it at the crab's legs is going to be best, and you hurl out. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me with your shield toss.
That's just a plus. It's it'd be the same as a mace, plus 10 to hit.
No, it's your we went through this last time. I think it's
Yeah.
your ranged attack roll, right? Oh no, strength. Yeah, it's a strength plus proficiency, which probably would be
It'd be
8. Yeah, that's right. Sounds about right.
8. Are attack rolls at disadvantage? No.
Nope, you're good. Ooh.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The shield goes as it flies under. It hits the inside of the crab's legs as it's running towards you, and it goes bouncing through there. Dex saves. Okay. So, with that 5, you realize that you probably should have gone for maybe where the crab's legs are holding onto whatever's balancing on top. And as you hammer around at this creature's legs, the creature starts to slow, but it is by no means hampered by that. Your shield comes flying back to you. As it comes flying back to you, Smiler says,
Oh, let's see if I can lose these bad boys. Hold on.
and there's a burst of nitrous oxide, essentially, as he takes off. You watch as the 2 smaller vehicles take off after you as well, as the rest of them start to fire off what look to be their own little firework things. You hear the war machine that you're on kind of go, and the nitrous oxide turns off, and you slow down to the rather fast pace, but no longer extra fast. And and Smiler says to you,
I'm going to have to use this last soul coin at some point, but maybe we can lose them in the crowd.
and you
In
watch
the crowd,
as
for
he
fuck's
turns
sake!
towards what looks to be a dark kind of tower with a black spire raising hundreds of feet. You can see there's charred skulls mounted on iron spikes nearby. Go ahead and make a real quick history check for me. In the panic. Oh, that's a natural 20.
And an 18.
Oh!
Look at that. So disadvantage.
Yeah.
History?
Yeah.
Just 18.
You would know that this is the tower of Arcan the Cruel.
Ooh! The Tower of Arcane the Cruel!
that Smiler is currently heading towards.
Why are you going that way?
I'm gonna try and lose him there. Arcan is is dedicated to Tiamat, who is bound somewhere here in Avernus.
Nice.
As you head towards this, you would know that his tower is very well guarded. And indeed, as you're screaming closer and closer, you would see around 50 or so skeletons and 30 zombies just wandering about. And you would also see that there is an adult white dragon that's just lying on the ground in front of the tower. It seems to be chained to the ground there. As he races towards it, what would you like to do?
Do you have any rope or chain in this thing?
I don't know. Check the fucking case.
We'll try and find some chain or rope.
Roll a D100 for me. I'm going to say on a nice and easy on a 50 or above, you've got chain. On a 25 or above, you've got rope.
What is that? 896?
96. With a 96, you find a length of chain that seems to have like these locking mechanisms and seems to be almost like you could whip it around like the chain devil and it could catch onto things if you wanted it to.
Is there any way... Bastion's going to pull out a javelin that's sticking out of his back.
Yeah.
Is there any way to attach the chain to the javelin? Is there any, like...
Yeah, you're able to kind of make a rudimentary knot with the chain there, and you have it attached to the javelin.
All right, I don't know what I'm going to do with it after I throw it, but let's just see. I'm going to try and throw it at the driver of one of the...
Yeah. Go ahead and make
one that's gaining on
Go
us.
ahead and make a javelin throw for me.
8. Nice. 26.
The driver of the first one seems to be standing like on the wheel and kind of twisting himself with it, like spinning on the spot. As he does, the javelin comes flying through and just pierces him in the throat. He kind of grabs onto it.
Guess he would take damage as well, right?
Yeah.
9 points of piercing
9
damage.
points of piercing damage. Nice. As you do 9 points of damage, you would see that he kind of slumps on the wheel. He's kind of holding onto it with this javelin hanging out of his throat. What do you want to do with it?
Can I try and pull him out of the...
Absolutely, yeah. Make an athletics check. Oh, boy.
Not bad. What'd you roll? 16.
A 16 is enough to yank him off the top. As you yank him off the top, he hooks on the wheel and spins, and you hear his leg go and get ripped off. And you watch as the wheel starts to spin with his leg hanging off it, and that particular vehicle starts to just spin on the not on the spot, but spin, still careening towards you. You watch as it kind of spins out of control. It is heading in the same direction as you, which is Arcan's tower. But that vehicle is just the creature's hanging off it. Flying off. There's one more vehicle that's following along behind you.
I'm gonna. So is where I pulled the chain, the javelin's
Javelin
attached
comes
to the
back to
guy,
you.
or?
I'll say the javelin's attached to the guy. Like you're pulling him along the ground there, and he's.
Oh shit!
Smiler kind of looks back. He's got his last soul coin in his hand. He's like, "What do you reckon? What are we doing?"
Well, I'm just gonna still try and take him out. I'm gonna try and like swing the guy into
the other one.
Yeah. Try and tangle him up into like wheels or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and make for me another athletics check, please. I'll say the DC for this is going to be 16.
Disadvantage. Ooh, that's a natural 20 and a 15 plus 4.
He rolls along the ground, hits the other vehicle. As he hits the other vehicle, you watch as the vehicle kind of swerves, and he gets caught under the wheel, and you feel your chain.
I'm gonna release the chain. So
Release the chain. It wraps around that wheel. That wheel explodes. The entire thing kind of sinks, and that vehicle kind of careens towards the one that's spinning. It collides with it. There is like sparks and fire. You watch as Smiler goes, "Oh, good choice. Turns the motorbike. As he turns the motorbike, he spins and turns away from Arcan's tower. You watch as those two vehicles spin out of control. You look back and you see half a dozen skeletons and zombies just thrown up into the air, and a bit of an explosion and a screech, and you watch as that white dragon takes off into the air. As it takes off about 60 feet, the chains pull on it, and it just blasts the ground with ice breath where that thing hit, and you guys kind of careen away and kind of...
I'd say that's a good use of a javelin.
Pops it in the machine. Speeds off again. As he speeds off, you would see the mountains coming closer and closer, quicker and quicker, and he's not slowing down. He starts to laugh.
What are you doing?
The mountains are coming closer and closer. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pick him. I'm gonna try and pull him off of the. I'm gonna kind of lift him above my head.
Yeah, athletics check for me. Ooh.
5, 14, plus 8. Plus 4. 18.
18 on the dice for a total of 20. As you try to grab onto him, he kind of turns his head like an unnatural way, just turning his head on his shoulders, and he says, "Have a little faith, mate." And he just goes straight for the side of the mountains there. As he goes straight for the side of the mountains, you watch as you get 60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
I'm sticking around. So I'm going to brace myself.
He face steps off the machine to the side, and you glance in slow motion as he's just standing there, arms folded, grinning and nodding like a maniac. As the bike hits the wall, can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Oh, I knew I should have jumped.
Boom!
12.
Okay. Oh, no. As the motorcycle...
This fucking campaign is just you
impacts.
punishing me.
That is going to be...
That's a lot of D8s.
That's 10. That's 16. 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And even 30 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the wall. Boom, boom! As it hits the wall, the booming noise goes out. You black out. And as you approach, you would see a sign that says Infernal Rapture. And it says on it, once more, all are welcome. No fighting, no spellcasting, no exceptions.
I can follow those rules. Make my way in.
As you step on in, it's like stepping into a like a Middle Eastern kind of vibe, bizarre. The kind of rugs and things hanging, tapestries hanging. Yeah. You would see woven baskets. You would see a number of individuals kind of lounging about. This seems like true relaxation, almost like a Roman spa sort of thing.
Bathhouse.
Yes, a bathhouse. And as you step on in, a human steps up to you, a human that seems to have a very well tight-groomed beard that comes to a point, a blue bandana that has yellow stripes on it, a blue shawl, what looks to be a leather belt with a dagger hooked in it. He has bangles across his wrist, and he says, "Hello, and welcome to Infernal Rapture. I am Mahadi." "Oh, I've heard of you.
Oh, good
You're
things, I hope.
Only the best things, which down here means the worst things, if you follow."
Oh, no. I don't want to be the worst.
"Oh, I'm not willing to judge a book by how someone else has read its cover. I am Mahadi. I am in charge of this emporium, and indeed the owner and proprietor of the Infernal Rapture."
Well, it's quite the introduction.
"Thank you." "You're very complimentary. We are here to serve. You may rest as long as you like. You may stay as long as you can pay.
Again, no fighting, no spellcasting, no exceptions. But you are more than welcome to spend your time here, enjoying the dining service, the spa service. There's obviously the forge out there, the barber, the courier, the lava farm, those sort of things. You tell me what you need, and I'll do it and get it for you.
Well, may I come in? Or am I already in?
You're here in the foyer,
Oh.
but we have to strike up a little bit of a deal or an agreement before you may enter, truly.
What are we talking?
We're talking coin for service.
What kind of coins do you take here? Do you take other coins?
The fact that you're asking about other coins implies the possession of soul coins.
Yes.
You have soul coins?
I can. Yes, I have a soul coin.
You
Yes.
have a soul coin. Well, that may very well get you one service or more, depending on what you're willing to bargain. What do you need is the question.
I need a little bit of a break, and hopefully can wait for my friend to find me.
Your friend? Who would your friend be?
Go over to some of the imps. Anything free in here? Anything complimentary?
The imp kind of looks up at you. As it looks up at you, he says,
Everything comes for a cost.
Of course.
Towels, breath you rebreathe, and water.
What does a towel cost? There's no way a towel can cost a soul coin.
A towel is part of the payment.
Hmm.
It's included. You still have
Good
to pay.
to know.
Not extra for towels,
Okay.
but it's part of the payment.
If I want
And
an
you're
extra
not paying
towel,
it.
though, is that part of it as well?
I guess so.
Okay. That's good to know.
What do you need?
Nothing for now. I'm just waiting.
Can I get you a green tea?
Is that free?
No?
Well,
Cost a soul coin.
that's apt. Yeah, that's. Alcohol's expensive. Is that alcoholic?
We can do alcohol.
No.
Cost a soul coin.
It's no use. No, just tend to your guests. It's fine. I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
gives you like a sarcastic salute
Thanks for letting me go to my guests, I guess.
Welcome.
and flies on. As Mackie steps forward, she says,
Hi there, Smiler. I didn't know you were making friends with Warforged here.
Smiler goes, wasn't Mags. I just ran into him, and then we kind of helped each other out. You could say I'm a little bit of his hero.
Right.
and just.
Oh, it
Warforged
speaks.
is not.
Oh, I can't say that word, can I?
No.
Well, what word would you prefer?
Torches.
What?
That's.
Torches?
Yes, for me specifically.
What is tortures?
Not tortures. Torches. A torch.
What's that mean?
You know what a torch is?
Oh, yes, I do know what a torch
That's what
is.
that means. It's just a torch.
Right.
looks at Smiler and says,
Your Warforged is defective.
Well, he's not mine, first of all. And second of all, I've been looking for you.
Oh, yes, are you now?
Yeah. I was wondering if you've heard anything about Bitter Breath, Fëanor, and Princeps Kovic.
I may have.
Right, well,
Those are my delightful friends of
If
yours.
you shut the fuck up, I'm working here.
he gets up and walks over to her, and you watch as he slips her the 3 soul coins. As he slips her the 3 soul coins, she says,
Right. Wait for me out back there.
and he walks past, and she calls across and says,
That one's with me.
and kind of boom, soul coin flicks across, and Mahadi catches it, pockets it, says nothing. She turns back to you and says,
Right there, Warforged. Now I can absolutely help you out. Mahadi says you're a little bit skint for cash and you're not willing to foot the bill here.
and as you step in, you see Mahadi there leaning against the counter. You see Mad Maggie with Mikey just back a little bit, and you see Smiler just
kind of waving at you as Mahadi looks at you and says, "Now do we have a deal?"
Choose your quest.
And that's where we're going to leave it.
Yeah, nice.
Theater of the Mind Flayer.